Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of Jobless Weebs, where we talk about anime. And if you didn't know already,
if you hadn't figured out already,
that's right, we are jobless and we are weebs, but slightly a misnomer, but it's the ideal. My name is Brian, and with me today,
Marco, the beer from Mexico.
That's right. And how have you been lately?
I'm doing good. Tired as always. I think just by now it's default on Friday.
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah. That's a good point though, because you did get off of work, not when you should have gone off. That may have been a bummer, but
it's fine. It's been good at work. And no, it's not false advertising or podcast, because when we start recording, we don't have a job.
That's right.
Weebs.
That's right.
How's your week, Brian?
Yeah, I've been doing good. I've been working on just life in general, figuring out what I want to do and stuff. But yeah, I think I like at least the efforts that I'm trying to put out there, trying to do better and stuff like that. But yeah, anime is still one of my drives, so here I am. So I had a pretty good week today. Oh yeah, and I forgot, this is episode 70, so it's pretty incredible.
It is.
It's pretty crazy. It's just
I would have never thought.
No, yeah.
About just still doing this.
Yeah,
back when we started more than a year ago, I was pretty sure that either you or me would get bored of it. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's too much work. So
right, I don't want to do it. But I would have never imagined that we can do this after college. So, or that this would be one of the things I'm doing after college. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, we have our 125 subscribers, so 125 thanks to all the people that have subscribed, and if you haven't, it's fine. I guess.
Oh yeah.
You will eventually.
Eventually. Yeah.
And we started this as a hobby, and I think we're still doing it as a hobby, but not because it's hobby. We are kind of half doing things. I think that every time we're trying to improve just a little better, and also to what our resources can allow.
Oh yes, exactly. Yeah.
So if you see that our videos are kind of glitchy sometimes or so, it's what we do.
Oh yeah.
With what we have.
Oh yes, absolutely.
But thanks a lot for keep watching this, and if this is your first time joining, welcome to the Jobless Weebs community. It's a small one.
Yeah.
We don't talk a lot yet, but that's normal. So
that's normal. Absolutely. And speaking of that, the topic that we decided today was another really great anime. I think it is a really great, just war anime in general. I just like that idea and genre. Today we'll talk about the anime 86.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think in itself, I remember in the podcast where we talk about which anime deserve to be the best. I think for 2021 we said that 86 deserved to be one of the best.
I think we
of
did.
The season. I think it was competing against Ranking of Kings, I believe, too. So
we
were a little torn between which one to choose.
We were.
But Ranking of Kings already has an episode.
Oh, yes.
And now it's 86's turn. It would have been super funny if this video for 86 would have been the 86th episode.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
We kind of missed.
That would have been cool. We kind of missed that, yeah. Oh well, we'll try to think of other ones that might be clever to do that for maybe in the future. Oh, that would have been great though.
So the first season came out on spring 2021, and it was recently finished late winter of 2022.
Okay.
So it has 2 seasons, 24 episodes, I believe.
Yeah, 24.
And it's originally an adaptation from a light novel.
That's right.
So, contrary to light novels, with the really long names of,
Oh, right.
like, I'm in an apocalyptic world.
Transformed as a dragon or something, trying to survive.
And I am OP
such thing.
No, this was like short, concise, and it left a lot to the imagination because it's like 86. It's like, what the heck is 86?
Yeah.
It also has a few manga adaptations which are okay. I looked through them and it's like,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if there are people watching that really like the manga adaptations, I am so sorry.
Oh, okay.
But
and the anime has 23.
23?
23 episodes.
Okay, yeah, 23 episodes. I stand corrected. And so this anime is super interesting because it takes in somehow a futuristic world. And this futuristic world, I would say that has some sort of steampunkish traits. Because this is also a mecha anime.
Yes, yeah.
And unlike many mechas animes, the mechas, the robots, are not exactly like kind of like human shape.
Right, they're not quite like humanoid. They're mecha, more of like insectile or robotic insect type of mecha. But yeah, they can drive them, and they're like drones of other types of natures, and it is kind of like a futuristic world where they have this cool technology, but it's also AI, and then there are also sorts of kind of royal and nobility types of aspects to the empire, to the kind of like the filling out of the society and what that's like.
Yeah, kind of like to put things into context, the first season of 86 takes place at the Republic of Magnolia. This is in the year 1000 and something. I forgot. But this is kind of like sometime in the future.
Yeah.
The Republic of Magnolia. And there, in this republic, there were 85 districts. The city was divided into 85 districts, and this city or republic, however you want to call it, is also at war with the Empire of Gyat.
Oh yeah, Gyat.
And so this empire is long gone, but they have been at war for the last 9 years, 9-10 years, give or take. And the thing is that they are fighting against some AI machines that control some drones that are called the Legion. At the same time, the Republic of Magnolia also has some unmanned drones.
Yes, that are used to kind of fight off these Legion.
So they are selling it to you as if like, oh yeah, it's kind of like playing video games because like we're sending drones. Those things are AI, so because the empire it's long gone.
That's right.
So it's like, we don't have casualties.
Yeah.
We're, progressing, growing, and we're super blessed in this republic.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, and the republic is always saying how great and fantastic they are because they are using these unmanned
juggernauts. They're
juggernauts. Okay, that's what they're called. Yeah, the juggernauts. And so they're all like, yeah, because it's a casualty-free war. We're so great because we're doing this. And yeah, and also the people, they're all very like fair skin with like silver hair, and like their eyes are all the same color. Is it like silver eye also? But it's definitely silver hair. And
they are pretty.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
But
so it's all
there's
like
a catch.
exactly, yep, as all good anime.
Because like
we
the
know.
anime's name 86, and they just told you like we had 85 districts. So you're like, huh?
Yep.
Press X for doubt.
Yep. What the heck is the 86 for?
So turns out that there were 86 districts,
yeah.
but only 85 were mostly, or well, the 85 other district had people who were white, literally, or silver, however you want to call them, and pretty.
Yeah.
While the 86th district, I'm sorry, Chia. While the 86th district had people of other races. And with other races, I not only mean, skin color.
Oh, yeah. And
eye color
and then hair color. Yeah. Like redheads, brown hair color, any other color other than silver.
Yeah.
Oh, and well, actually, we'll get to that in a little while. But yeah, it's that this district does have these people who are different. And do you remember the time frame for when it happens? It's like when the war started, or was it a little after that?
Yes, actually, like those nine years have been at war against the Legion.
Oh yes, that's right.
Before those 9 years, like a little farther, they were at war against the Empire of Giar.
That's right.
But then the Empire of Giar went cuckoo, and they're like, we have AI. Let's enter AI, and then the AI were cuckoo, and the AI ended up killing all of both sides.
Exactly. They turned on their own creators, so now that's the reason the Empire of Giar.
And so the Legion, the AIs, their brain kind of like functionality is based in that of a human brain. So it can adapt and it can learn really, really fast, which in a way is kind of scary, and we're going to touch this a little later, but it's just important to mention.
That's right.
And so the 86th district was stripped from the human title.
Basically, they were dehumanized, and everybody just refers to them as either the 86 or just, like they're not human anymore. They're below humanity, because only the silver-haired, like those people are like human.
That's the bit messed up.
Yeah,
but it's like okay, because these people is like, you guys aren't humans. So by that logic, it's like, so technically those are unmanned drones, because you just dehumanize them, and this was kind of like a collective thing.
It's like a
Sagman. It's like, what the?
Yeah, and it's like everybody accepts it. Yeah. Oh man, it was really crazy when I found out that the truth was that these 86ers are piloting the juggernauts,
and that happens right on the first episode.
Right away.
It's like,
it's right away because yep. Oh, it's insane, and it's that justification, the school especially, that they give to the rising like generals and commanders of this academy, they say, yeah, it's because these 86ers aren't human, so we'll put them to man these mecha, and yeah, they're unmanned drones,
Right? It's like,
quote unquote.
yeah, it's like that meme of Patrick, like, makes sense to me.
Excuse me? yeah, exactly.
But among all these white pigs, as the 86 refer to
yeah.
to like the rest of the people in Magnolia,
Oh yes.
among the white pigs,
Oh yes.
there's a major, the youngest major in history, to be what it's called a handler,
Yeah.
an operator, because each unit of 86 is commanded by a handler that it's pretty much just kind of like playing video games. It's like, oh yeah, go there,
Go.
attack there, and like, oh, one of you died. So bad. Anyways,
Write up a
moving on.
report, or if I feel like writing a report, maybe I'll put it on my desk.
Yeah, and the 86,
Yeah.
they are called. I forgot.
Oh, their squadron or
Yeah, the
Spearhead squadron.
before that, they had a name. I forgot the name. Because she was the operator, like the handler, and they were
Right.
the. Oh my gosh. Anyways,
Oh, okay.
she's the handler. She's
That's
the
right.
one that manages the 86, and she is put under the command of the Spearhead Squadron,
Yeah.
and the Spearhead Squadron is in charge of covering the district number 1 of the battlefield,
Yeah.
which is just the most dangerous one.
That's right.
However, this girl, her name is Bloody Lena.
Yeah.
Bloody Lena what?
Malaise, or it was very like noble sounding.
Melissa, yeah.
Yeah, Melissa. That's it.
Yeah, Bloody Lena Melissa. She has a strange sense of duty in comparison with the rest
with
of the
everyone
people.
else. Yeah. Because it's like she's
Her way of thinking is not messed up.
right.
By the standards of these people, she is a crazy one.
she's a crazy right, because everybody thinks she's cuckoo for saying these are people we're talking with, like in her squad. She's saying like, you know, she, of course, she's talking with them one-on-one, or at least she like knows that they're people, but she always turns around and tells like the rest of her own people like, hey, they're people and stuff. And it's like she is the cuckoo one. So yeah, it's really weird and messed up, because it's like she only found out about this when she got the job. It was so crazy to me.
No, it was actually before that.
Oh, it was right
and
it
they
was
give
before. Okay. And then that's
a
where
little
they give
further
her.
in the anime.
Oh, okay.
She happened to go to the battlefield.
That's
and
right.
they had an accident, and she
Okay.
was saved by one of the 86. So that's why from there, like her
yes.
view of the 86 changed, because it's like, oh yeah,
That's right.
this guy saved me. And while everyone here is all comfy,
Yeah.
these kids, because most of the 86, the remaining ones were kids.
Yeah. Teenagers.
Because I mean, the war has been going on for 9 years, so it's like, yeah, it's not really likely to have adults alive piloting these robots.
Oh, yeah.
But and so her introduction to the Spearhead Squadron, the Spearhead Squadron has a group of veteran soldiers, and by veteran I mean that they're still kids, but they haven't died.
Oh, right. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, just thinking about that is just blowing my mind now.
And it's kind of funny because like the opening, at the end of the opening, you see like a group of people, and it just keeps increasing with the episodes as they have, like casualties.
Yeah.
And I had not noticed the first time I watched it, and I was like,
really?
oh, that's kind of sad.
Okay, yeah. I noticed that in the last half of the anime. Oh man.
Yeah, and so she wants to be kind of like a good person, you know?
Right.
But in a way, it's a half-baked sense of her justice.
Right.
Because she's like, oh, nice to meet you. And
yeah,
she's trying to be nice.
Yeah, she's trying to be personable and because like with that experience of seeing an 86 when she was a little kid, she knows they are, like persons at least, even if she might not think that they have like humanity or anything of that nature. She is trying to like be personable and say hi, like, what's your name? And she is just getting
she doesn't
ton
ask
of
names.
wait. Oh, yeah, that's the point. I'm sorry, I just gave away the whole thing. It's that she was trying to like be personable, but she never asked their names. That was the thing.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, her sense of justice
was still kind of
half-baked. It was half done. Because it's like, yeah, you're humans, but I mean, you have to do your job, so
right,
go and fight.
You go and fight,
and it's like, I mean, it was normal. Kind of like considering the type of culture, it's like
sure.
Even if she tried to be, different, it's like well, you don't really know how to do different,
right?
Because it has never been done,
right?
By either side,
right?
Because like your side literally thinks they're not human, their side thinks you're
just pigs.
You're pigs. Yeah. So it's like at the same time, it's like they don't even see you as humans.
Yeah. Oh,
and so
crazy.
The captain of the Spearhead Squadron, his name is Shinei.
Nozen.
Nozen, yeah. Nozen.
Shinei Nozen.
And his call name is Undertaker.
Yeah, and he's the most veteran in this particular squad.
Yeah, he's like the Levi of the squadron.
Oh yeah.
Like Levi in Attack on Titan, he's like, even when he's close to that, he never dies.
Yes, that's right.
That's Shinei.
Yep. And he's like, and he just survives for whatever reason. He always survives wherever he is, and so they just gave him the nickname of Undertaker, since he's the one that's like kind of leading the squad. But then there's also something special that he does or helps others with too. That actually might be later in the season, but he also has that name Undertaker for the reason that he takes out the others in his squad if needed.
Yeah, because I mean we can jump just a little bit.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's kind of like a bit of the story. We have this half-baked sense of justice from Blood Lena.
Yep.
And at the same time, we have the 86 playing along with her game.
Yeah.
Until things go wrong, and they're like, you know what?
Yes.
We're here with you, and you freaking pig, and
oh yes,
because she messes up and she dies. It's like you didn't even bother to ask for her name. So like this little sense of justice of yours, you're just trying to be a good girl, but we're at war and we've been doing this for a really long time. So it's like don't try to fix things now.
Right, it's too late for that.
And that was kind of like
a wake up call for her. It really was, because she had to get yelled at and basically confronted that this is not a game. This is real life. They're literally on the line with their lives out here in in the juggernauts facing against the Legion, they're not like pieces on the board for her to just say, hey, move over here, move over there, and whatnot.
She decides to change, and she does, kind of like little by little,
Yeah.
kind of like at the end of season 1, she
Yeah.
manages to change just enough as to have the remaining of the 86, because
Yes. Well,
quite a few episodes,
yeah.
86 turned into Game of Thrones or a Kamiko Kill, because everyone was
because
just
everyone's dying off.
It's like, you die, you die, you die.
Dude, that was so sad. Like when she was trying to do better, and when she had like the board with like little drawings of their faces of the people who's like she's talking with, but she had to like keep taking them down and whatnot, if I'm remembering that correctly, I think. And oh man, that was so sad for me. But yeah, that was like a comic god kill, because everybody was dying. You had no idea who would die next, and Shin had to just like keep going. And I think it was during that time that she was like getting more of a feel of who each person was. And then, but of course there was like a bunch of hiccups, and there was a bunch of like pushback with certain few of them. But Shinei also, they would talk a lot between the two of them, and that was kind of nice. But I think for Shinei, it was still kind of like that, going through the motions for him. He never really opened up, or at least the way that he would think was like a real connection. For her, it was like she was probably thinking she was really connecting with him during those episodes.
Yeah, and kind of like it was during this time, and that's around episode kind of like 5, 6, kind of like in the middle.
Yeah, right in
where
the middle.
there come to light 2 things.
Yes.
So one of them is that the way that Bloody Lena or Lena,
Yes.
the way that she can communicate with the 86, it's through kind of like some sort of telepathic device that you can attach it to like your head, your neck, and it kind of like emits waves that you can also share information. Most of the time it's just kind of like voice, but when this device is fully, let's say, synchronized, you can even share vision.
Yes.
And like you can share senses from other people. So that's how she connects to her squadron.
Yeah,
and how she can talk with them. And at the same time, Shinei has a strange ability that he claims is because he died, or kind of died. But I mean, and that was never really proven. But at the same time, later you realize that his clan was originally from the Empire of Giat. And this clan had a strange telepathic power. So he can hear the Legion.
Yep.
And this part was so creepy.
Oh, yes.
Because then you learn
the huge reveal.
Then you learn, and spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it, spoiler alert. Then you learn that the Legion, and we're not going to really keep spoilers, so don't worry.
Oh, sure.
That the Legion is using, let's say, doubles to recreate themselves.
Okay.
Because the pronostic from the San Magnolia Empire is like, 2 more years, and those guys, the Legion, they're going to be shut down.
Okay, yeah.
Because they're
like
AI,
an automatic shutdown.
Yeah, because the AI won't last that long. And it's like, so we're just gotta last 2 more years, and
Right. And then we're finished.
we're finished, and
But
the 86
yeah.
are gonna be done. So
Yep.
we're gonna
Hoorah.
be the good guys, because there won't be any evidence that we ever did something so inhumane.
All right. As doing that to them.
then
but it's that
turns
idea
out
that
that
it will
big
be.
reveal.
But yep.
It's like,
Because the Legion are self-replicating themselves, creating more of themselves is the reveal.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you have to know why, so just watch
Oh
it.
yes. That is the big spoiler.
But turns out that
Yeah.
among the ranks of the Legion,
Oh yes.
the small drones
Ah.
are called black sheep,
Oh yes.
or that's how they have called them.
Oh yeah.
And
like a designation.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the leader of the black sheeps, they're called the shepherds.
Yeah.
And the shepherds, they have a more advanced AI.
Yes.
just say
Kind of like a. Yeah. For reasons, but yeah, they have like a more advanced AI protocol where they can direct and manage all the smaller other drones.
Yeah. And so Shinei, he's been looking for one specific shepherd
Yes. In
that-
particular.
that has some personal connection with him, that at the same time has a direct connection to why he can hear the
Yes.
Legion.
Yeah, that's right. So mainly he gives the reason to others that he like can hear the commands for the Legion, and so he can like pick up on their movements and like general orders and stuff, but we know like he can hear voices from the Legion. So yeah, and also that part was like so creepy to me,
Yeah.
because he like, like you're thinking AI and they have like signals, of course, because of AI communicating with each other through the Legion, but you're like, why the heck can Shinei do this? But yeah, and so that, I'm thinking that's also another reason that he can survive so long in this crappy situation with this squad, because he can like tap into that just a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, oh man,
And so
that part was creepy to me.
yeah, after these two big reveals,
Oh, yes.
then let's jump forward a little bit.
They have
There
to
are
go.
only 586 left in this
That's
squadron.
right. And they have to travel.
And they have one last reconnaissance mission
That's right.
that they know for sure that they're just like going straight to their deaths.
Yeah, they know they will die.
Lena knows that it's a bad idea, so she's like trying to convince the higher ups of sending reinforcement, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna have reinforcement. And then turns out another big reveal that at this point is not really surprising from the White Pigs
yes.
is that they have never intended to free the 86, because the 86 kind of like signed a contract in which they had to be on service for 5 years, and after those 5 years then they would get their human rights again. But then, like in the fine print, turns out that was never supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Because it's like, most of the people died in their first year.
Yeah.
Or two.
And so the White Pigs of the Republic never had to honor that. Never had to even consider doing that, because the 86ers would always just die. So it's like never a second thought. And Lena finds out or gets this information, and she is she is really upset, but it's nearing that time frame for Shinei, right? Well, anyway, they're given this command or this order for this reconnaissance.
Yeah, that's close to like episode 9 or 10.
Yeah, 9 or 10.
And so they're like, yeah, we're still gonna go. They're get attacked by like a huge swarm of Legion. Lena ends up disobeying orders and ends up using the mortars to help them, and they kind of like manage to escape, and they just give their farewells, and they tell Lena, he's like, like a bigger Legion is coming, so just like survive and peace out.
Sayonara. Yeah.
And so she's like, she's broken down in tears because like, oh no, like these guys, they're gone, and she will have a new unit, but they don't give a lot of information because she's actually deranked. She's stripped one of her ranks for disobeying. But at the same time, like she goes a little emo because like she starts just wearing black and
she does. That was, oh my gosh, and that was the turning point of the whole show and story for all of them, I think. And she especially, because she has to just stay and like deal with it on her own. But she did visit her new squad though. Or at least at the beginning of getting her new squad. She does cool. Get better acquainted with her new
squad, and at the same time, the way that she was helping her crew was because she just became a bit of a bad person in a way that she became really cunning. Because she is still like had her sense of justice, but at the same time she just wanted to follow the rules, the proper protocols. But then she realized like by following the proper protocols, she was not going to get nowhere. So like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna be a witch. I'm gonna be the devil, and and so she manages to blackmail her best friend.
Yes.
Which at the same time, I didn't like a lot her best friend. And
well, no, because because she also had screwed up views. But I didn't like her either. But she does basically blackmail her.
And
so crazy.
And so from that point, kind of like the story. Because 86, so mostly focuses on Shinei and the rest of his crew. They're just exploring enemy territory. And they're fighting until they encounter a huge, and when I say a huge, it's like a huge Legion. And Shinei sees some visions from this Legion. And I didn't notice the first time that I watched it until I rewatched it. And I was like, oh, on the very first season, they just jump right to the second season on the character-wise. Because the vision that he saw the princess of the Empire of Gilead.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And then like, everything explodes. Their juggernauts get destroyed, and you think they're dead, and you think the anime is over, and it's like
because
that ending was great.
It was.
If they would have left the anime like that,
it would have been amazing if that was like the end, but and because I remember the very last image you see is of Shinei just slumped, just sitting there, but without his head. That image was like the last thing you see, and it was just incredible. Just like, it's just astounding with that. But and it's just really, really shocking that they all just get blown up like that. But that's the end there. And for me personally, I was like, is that the end? It's like there's going to be any more, but obviously,
Yeah, so now
there's more.
you go back to the second season.
Yeah.
Turns out Shinei and his crew, they didn't die. They were rescued by the Federacy of Gyar.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
So they detached themselves from the empire of Gyar, and they became a Federacy.
Oh, yes.
They became a democracy.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
And so they get shelter, and they are in peace.
Yeah.
Until they decide that enough is enough, and peace is good and everything, but we don't know any other way to live other than being at war.
Right.
But during that period of time that it's really peaceful, I think it's around a year or so, or at least a couple months. No, I think it's like a couple months. On the other side, back at the Republic of Magnolia, Bloody Lena, she has now some followers. And at the same time, she's called my queen by all the 86ers that she has on command. I just thought that was great. I was like,
oh, yes.
She's the boss. It's like,
she's the queen. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If all of this crap goes under, like, follow her, because she know what's up.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
And it's funny because they didn't cover a lot of Lena during the second season.
Yeah, not very much.
Which I would have wanted.
Same.
Especially
she's just really cool.
Especially
really
during the Legion invasion, because she just goes OP and
yep.
And she again manages to work with her best friend, this time without blackmailing her.
Oh yeah.
And she takes control of all the 86 in command. And I was like, I just thought that part was like super epic. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Because the mechanism itself, it caused strain to the brain.
Right.
So the fact that she was able to take command of all the 86 while all the rest of the white pigs were running for their lives.
Yeah.
I was like,
this is just incredible. Yeah, that's right. And not everybody can like take that strain from using that as much. Yeah. Oh, it's so cool.
And so the Republic of Magnolia goes to crap.
Yeah.
We will go back to them in a little while.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Shin.
That's right. Because he is the important part at this point in time. Yeah.
They decide to go back in service after they were pretty much adopted by the president.
Oh yeah.
They decide to go back to war because like they want to end the war and everything. Yeah. And we noticed that even though in this Federacy they're like, oh yeah, such a shame what happened to the 86. That's in words, but in actions, the people of the Federation, they're just as bad because they're like, the 86, the monsters of the Republic.
Monsters.
And it's like, dude, you're not doing any better. It's like,
right.
You just like change their names and
the Federacy as if it makes them better. Yeah. So true.
But the second season, I liked it a little more because it was a bit. There was more structure because I mean they were still being isolated from the regular soldiers and being labeled as freaks and crazy because they were like, oh yeah, these machines, no one can control them, and they're like walking coffins, and these guys are there like it's just a Tuesday.
Oh yeah. They know how to do it. So.
And they kind of like become like a special op. Squadron.
They do.
But it's like, we still see a lot of the same of people just pointing fingers. Of like, and I was like, oh boy. But in a way, I found it a really well written scenario.
I I think so too.
'Cause it's
Yeah,
like,
just
yeah.
all really, really good from the different factions and also the characters of 86 themselves. Yeah, we probably haven't gone into like any of the kids from this Spearhead, but yeah, they're just all really well written, I think too. Is that the part also where we get introduced to the princess?
Yeah, right after they
around
get
there.
rescued and they get adopted,
Yeah.
we get introduced to the princess,
That's right. That's right.
and she was the princess of the Empire of Giad, and she was saved by the Federacy with the condition that they
yes.
had to make the rest of the people in the Empire, they had to make them believe that she was killed.
That's right. That's right.
Which at the same
So,
time,
yeah,
she had a knight, because I mean she was royalty. She had a knight that was really fond of her, and then he saw her how she was killed, or her mantle was just like with blood. So it's like he thought the worst, because obviously.
Obviously, right. Because he was her bodyguard, and so it's just like, if she's dead, then what purpose do I have?
You're like, yeah, you didn't do a really good job.
Right. Oh. True. Yeah. It's like all of that.
And so he became
really
one of the pretty much the antagonist of the second season, and
yes,
and he was also the antagonist, the last antagonist of the first season.
Yeah. Even though we may not have realized fully, but yeah, he was. Really.
Yeah, and he has a code name that the Federation has given him. He's code name Morphos, and he's just a giant killing machine that is attached to rails in like a train. In a web of rails, and it's like, okay, so this guy can kill us, like, because it had one of the best cannons. I think on one of the episodes they're like, oh yeah, it has like a 1 million caliber shell,
dude,
and like and it can shoot like 400 kilometers or so. It's like, holy crap.
Yeah, it's just insane. Because I think it was a real gun, and it looks like a centipede the way it looks. Yeah, it was kind of funny too when they were talking about it, because someone was like, oh yeah, doesn't it look like a millipede? And it's like, no, it looks more like a centipede. So yeah, this is really, really funny.
And so this guy has a connection. This Morpho, he had a connection because he was the same clan as Shinei.
Yes.
And it's kind of hard trying to talk about
it without giving all the
without giving away everything. But they have some sort of connection, and Shinei has to kill him because you don't want to leave a railgun alive, or with free range.
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
And ultimately, kind of like, they win. They kill him.
They do.
I don't want to share how they do it, because that part was a must watch, and maybe there's a part of a clip in there, but they finish
incredible.
it, but the war is not over, nor it will be. But things are kind of like getting fixed.
Yeah.
The white pigs now are the ones getting help, and the ones being treated coldly by the rest of the people.
Yep.
And they're still on their high horse. They're like, who do you think I am? I was like, well, you are a homeless person, so...
the tables turned.
I mean, I'm a terrible person for saying this, but I was kind of glad of how they ended up.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. It was
like, you deserved it. It's like,
Yeah.
Because actually, I kind of miss that, but there's a conversation that Lena has with her uncle.
Oh,
right at the end. No, right in the second season during the invasion.
oh, that part.
Yeah, her uncle tells her something like, "Yeah, there's no punishment for the sinners that think they haven't sinned." And I was like, "Holy crap!" Because it's like, yeah, these guys think that what they were doing to the 86 was okay.
Was okay. Was probably even right.
And the way that they were being treated was not okay, because they, up to a point, an exalted form of human beings. Because they're like, yeah, we're great. We're like, we have this powerful empire that it's not gonna fall. And then 2 weeks later, it completely fell.
Yep. Oh gosh.
And it would have fallen even faster if it weren't for Lena.
Oh, so true, so true. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And yeah, they definitely got what was coming to them, because they were totally wrong on everything they were talking about, or what they thought was right and needed to happen. So yeah. Oh, that was incredible. I really liked the theme of helping those on the battlefield, and well, the specific theme was helping people have peace by taking them out of the battlefield. Of course, like for 86 with Shinei, and specifically on the knight or the bodyguard of the princess, with like killing them, or like, which is that idea of taking them off of that battlefield. So I just really liked that theme of like an overarching idea from the anime. They really hit that at the ending. The couple of the last 2 episodes. It's just so beautiful how
because the last 2 episodes they still they handle them as if they were peaceful again. Because like the war's still going on, but you guys earned some like time off.
There's some rest. There's peace at the end. Life is still crappy, but there's at least a light at the end of the tunnel for those who have suffered for way too long.
Right.
Yeah.
And so the ending, I don't know what else to say, because the ending was great. It
was. Yeah.
Turns out that Lena was kind of like recommended to be again the leader of a squadron. Now with the Federacy.
Oh yeah. That's right, because she also follows Shinei and his
but she doesn't know if, for all she knows, they died.
Yep.
And then she confirms that they died because she is taken to the monument where the machines of her troop, of her former troop, was there.
Were obliterated,
And she could identify the name tags because they were there. Like she saw like the Headless Reaper, the other guy like Laughing Fox, and all the other guys, and she was like, "Oh, so they died."
Yeah. Oh,
and they're like, "Oh yeah, let me introduce you to your new unit."
Oh yeah.
And that part, I was like, "Dude, my heart."
I know, right? Yeah. It's like the highlight.
Yeah, because Shinei was like, "Oh, we have met before. I'm the commander of the squadron, but former commander of the Spearhead squadron. Yeah. It's nice to see you again." And everyone is like,
dude, it hit so hard. Oh wow. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, that was a great ending, because it's like, the war is not over.
Yeah.
But like things aren't as crappy as they were. It kind of like it seems that there's a light at the end. Which
and for them also, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, because they were able to join, and because for all they know, both of them, she thought that they were dead, and they thought that she was probably also dead because of the Legion invasion that he told her.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's like, he's like,
Wow.
you know, that was cute.
Yeah, that was so.
It was a great anime. We skipped a lot of good parts.
Oh, we did, especially with Shinei's brother and some of the other people and other things. Yeah, it is a must-watch. We do highly recommend it.
As you watch it, since you already know these details, just watch from more details, because
Oh yes, there are a lot of things, and it's
I noticed
very visual
I noticed
too.
some things because right after they destroyed the Morphos, you know, like that Shinei was almost there, about to die. She was going to be attacked by a black sheep, and that was when Lena arrived.
Right.
With the commander of her unit.
Yeah.
And the commander recognized Shinei's new drone because of the Headless Reaper sign. And she's like, "My queen, didn't you recognize that?" And Lena was like, "Recognize what?"
Because she's never seen that before. Yeah. Oh man, it was like that. There's like a subtle thing that's easily missed. But this is like, it's just incredible. Yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Because we as an audience, we've seen it throughout like the whole show, but with the headless. With the headless Undertaker, so it's just this is so cool.
And another 86
so cool.
knew about him because he was a freaking legend.
Yeah. Yes. He certainly.
So like some small details of like, I see. I see.
Or like things that mean certain things over here, but like refer over here. Oh, it's just incredible. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, but boy, and voice acting is great.
Yeah.
Both
really
like
great.
Japanese, or if you watch it dub, because.
Oh yeah.
When I watched it for the first time, I watched it Japanese.
Oh yeah.
But the second time I watched it dub, and.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's one of those shows that it's great because it doesn't exactly develop kind of like in a Japanese environment.
Oh.
You're like, some of the names are Japanese.
Oh, very.
Or like Japanese.
Sure.
It's like, Haruto or some.
Yeah, that's
like
a little more.
Shinei. It's like,
Yes.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like really Western or Asian.
Oh, sure.
Because it's like Bloody Lena. It's like, that sounds a bit Western, kind of like it's
Very,
Europe or so. Like,
trying to hit on that like idea of nobility or what have you for that certain setting, I would say.
So that one was even like, because you know, like especially with the suffixes that they use in their name, like the kun, the chan, all of that is like in this environment you don't really need them. So so the dub version, it's super good because it's like it feels natural how they're always talking to each other without an honorific. And how they say itadakimasu when they're about to eat, but it's not like they are bowing because it's they were not trying to convey that. So it's like I thought that was great because a lot of light novels they always try to push the Japanese culture. I'm not saying that is bad.
Oh, sure.
But it's
always like
it's one of
elements.
Yeah, it's one of kind of like the elements that they are present there. Kind of like the Japanese culture, or just like Japanese behavior, just with the food, or when you're introducing yourself, or like for example, the isekai ones. For some reason, there's always a part of the isekai that resembles Japan or the Japanese culture with the kimonos and the katanas and
or maybe the hot springs.
and develops kind of like in a medieval setting.
Right.
In Europe.
Yeah.
Like-
Because it always is like that for some reason for isekai.
But with
Yeah,
this one,
for
it was
some
like,
reason.
yeah, they kind of like wanted to stick with like a modern version of Europe with some variations, but they just stick
Yeah.
with that, with all of them, like throughout.
Yeah.
And I thought that was great. So yeah, go watch it
Yeah.
and give us your opinion, I guess.
we would appreciate hearing it for sure. But yeah, highly recommended it. I love it a lot.
Yeah. So this was episode 70.
Nice. Go watch some anime now.
Yeah, so hope you like this video. Keep watching anime and we'll see you next time.
Till then.